Welcome to Elvis, the King of Love, a channel dedicated to honoring the legacy of Elvis. In this video, we go back in time to when it all started. We take a look at the first ever news article of a promising young son artist named Elvis Presley, published in the Press Scimitar on July 28, 1954. In July of 1954, Marion Keiska of Sun Records phoned a journalist with the Press Scimitar, Edwin Howard, to ask if she could introduce a new singer, a 19-year-old Humes High School graduate. Marion also noted they would have to come in on the boys' lunch hour because he was still driving a truck for Crown Electric. This historic interview took place on 27th July 1954. The very next day, on 28th July 1954, the story was published in the Press Scimitar with the subtitle "In a Spin," accompanied by a photo of Elvis taken by Jim Reed the day before. Howard wrote, "Elvis Presley can be forgiven for going round and round in more ways than one these days. A 19-year-old Humes High graduate, he has just signed a recording contract with Sun Record Company of Memphis and already has a disc out that promises to be the biggest hit that Sun has ever pressed." It all started when Elvis dropped into Sun Studios one day to cut a personal record at his own expense. Sam Phillips, president of the company, monitored the session and was so impressed with the unusual quality in the young man's voice that he jotted down his name and address. Sometime later, Phillips came across a ballad which he thought might be right for Presley's voice. They recorded it, it didn't click, but they tried again, this time with Blue Moon of Kentucky, a folk standard backed by That's All Right, Mama. Just now reaching dealers' shelves, the record is getting an amazing number of plays on all Memphis radio stations. The odd thing about it, says Marion Keiska of the Sun office, is that both sides seem to be equally popular on popular folk and race record programs. This boy has something that seems to appeal to everybody. We've just gotten the sample records out to the disc jockeys and distributors in other cities, she said. But we've got big orders yesterday from Dallas and Atlanta. Sun started by Sam Phillips, former WREC engineer, several years ago, has 40 distributors from coast to coast, so there's a good chance of a big national sale. Elvis, son of Mr. and Mrs. Vernon Presley, 462 Alabama, is a truck driver for Crown Electric Company. He has been singing and playing the guitar since he was about 13. Just picked it up himself. The home folks, who have been hearing him on record so often during the past few weeks, can see Elvis in person when he's presented by disc jockey Bob Neal in a hillbilly show at Overton Park, Shell, Friday night, along with veteran entertainers from the Louisiana Hayride. Well, I hope you enjoyed taking a walk back in history. Imagine just for a moment what it was like to be in the news for the first time ever for 19-year-old Elvis on that day in 1954. Please share your comments below and subscribe for more Elvis in the News stories.